Alright, let's try some brass bangles here for trumpet and piano. Typical solo and ensemble contest song. Then we have an opening slow section followed by a couple of faster ones and then a quick coda at the end. Andante cantabile means slow, very smooth and connected like you're singing it or vocally. We want to pay good attention to our dynamic levels throughout here. And as much as possible we want to play 4 bars at a time, going to every other breath mark as opposed to 2 bars at a time. That'll help with the flow and overall musicality of it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right here toward the end of this section, these are the grace notes. They happen just before beat 3, the D. And we do want to slur them, tongue the first one gently, play them very quickly, but as the title, as their name intimates, play them very gracefully. Alright, the second section says allegro. There are a lot of notes here, so we're not going to be a really fast allegro, but the notes are going to kind of give us that feeling. We want to be careful with this triplet right here to make sure that it is triplety sounding. Sounds like 3 equal notes as opposed to the first 2 being faster. We want it to sound like triple-a-dat-dat and not sound like yet-a-dat-dat-dat. Triple-a-dat-dat, triple-a-dat-dat is what we want to get out. Okay, so very light, clean articulations, and be really careful as to what notes are slurred and which notes are tongued. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Alright, let's go over to the trio section. We've added 1 flat, as we typically do with a trio in music, and it's also a little lighter in style generally section, so we have a lot more slurring going on here, especially on some of the fast scalar things. But again, we need to be careful as to which notes are tongued versus slurred. And per your instructions, we are not going to play the first inning, just going to go from here right to the second inning, of course, unless I forget. We'll see what happens. Fermata on the first note and then right into the tempo. So it's 1, 2, 1. Hopefully you noticed also on these notes with the accents, I kind of put a little push on each of those guys. Alright, now it goes back into the repeat of the first allegro stuff until we get to a cadenza. We've talked about that. The only way to play a cadenza wrong is to play it in a strict, steady tempo. And I'm going to use this as a way to get from this point to this point, in that it's going to be kind of fast and big here. I'm going to get a little softer and slower here, and then slowly, and then get fast, do slow here, and then get faster, faster, which will set up our very fast ending spot. So here is the allegro. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. this is kind of a performance speed goal for you. So when you're just learning the notes, really focus on counting the eighth note as the beat and getting the notes correctly and the articulations correct. And then speed up when you feel more comfortable. See you down the road.